Welcome back, everybody, to another fantastic broadcast here tonight with the Backmarkers Racing League. Wow, I don't know if you guys can already see on screen. Well, you can't because you're looking at me, Jay, and Dallas. But we're here at a beautiful racetrack, Willow Springs, out in California. We're going to be Xfinity racing tonight. Some great racing we're going to witness. Look, we got Backmarkers here. That league running tonight. Their fourth race of the season, and we're going to be able to call it right here on YouTube. First off, though, I got a special guest here tonight. Dallas Seward, a great channel supporter here, being able to call the race. Hey, look, we talk about the bonuses and perks of becoming a member on the Dega Boys channel. Here it is. Dallas Seward, a great supporter, the first supporter of the Dega Boys channel, being able to come with us tonight, do a little bit of broadcasting. Jay also as well in the booth, as always, giving some of the best commentary that we can. And but yeah, how you guys doing tonight?
No, doing fantastic. Ready to call another one of these awesome Backmarker Racing League races. We're doing some road racing tonight. Willow Springs. This is going to be interesting. Learning about this track and seeing where these guys can find time. We've seen some crazy stuff here in practice, but if anything we've learned from this season so far, we're in for another banger of a race here with these guys. Cannot wait for the green flag action.
Absolutely. Dallas, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing good. Excited to call another race with you guys. It's been a while. I haven't called for this league yet, or even I didn't see this track until about 10 minutes ago, so this will be exciting, but you know, I've enjoyed calling the races with you on a couple of the Nexus races and stuff like that, and I'm excited to get back into it. I like calling races with you guys. You guys are exciting.
Well, we try to make it exciting, you know. But, you know what? Look, again, we've just got some great racing happening tonight. So, you know what? Let's just bust into it a little bit here, and we'll get the cams off. We'll watch a little bit of these guys out on track right now. We're watching Nicholas Moffitt, but real quick, let's go into our race info. So tonight, we are at the When Life Gives You Lemons Grand Prix, race 4 of 13. This is a track length of 2.43 miles. Right now, a track temp of 110 degrees and altitude of 2,400 feet above sea level. Right now, we got a 77-degree ambient temperature, 17% humidity, clear skies with a 29-mile-an-hour wind. That's a lot right there. Top Xfinity setup racing here tonight with a 9-turn fast-paced road course in California with extreme elevation changes. We've got a stage caution on lap 16, a pace car speed of 45 miles an hour, a pit speed of 35 miles an hour, and everybody gets one quick repair tonight. Now, sitting out on track, we just got about 3 minutes left on practice. We're going to be watching Tyler Barnett on the screen right now, but we're going to go into some of our classic Dega Boys pre-race information. We'll start off with you, Jay. Jay, what do we got going on tonight? What can we expect?
Yeah, before I get into that, I would like to go through the chat real quick. We got Bobby Dennis in the chat. Hey, man. He's a member of our channel as well. He says, hey, everyone, sitting out this race. Confidence on road courses is very low. Crew chief decided to hang the helmet up this week. Don't sell yourself too short.
Bobby, we're going to miss you.
Yeah, we're going to miss you, man. And then also Telltap says, let's go Boyles boys. He said he raced in Phoenix, just couldn't come to Willow Springs. Oorah. Oh, we're going to miss you too there, Telltaps. Wish you were out on track with us here tonight. But to answer your question, Tom, what we're going to be expecting here tonight, we're going to be expecting some great road racing action. This track is extremely difficult. Like you mentioned in the pre-race with the track facts, the elevation changes. There's some sweeping corners. Most importantly, you got turns 8 and 9. That big sweeping right-hander just seems to go on forever. And then you think that's enough. You go into turns 2 and 3, which is your rabbit's ear section. That turn is a sweeping right-hander that continually goes on forever. And then you climb the hill up to the balcony, turns 4, and then you go into the S's, which is a downhill section there that sets you up for the back straightaway. And then you do it all over again. It's going to be some great action. There's a lot of time to be found and made. Talis actually ran a little bit of test laps here for us earlier, kind of showing us track off to us a little bit. He said there's a lot of speed to be found. You just have to be brave. So we'll see how brave these guys are tonight to find that extra speed, to make some great lap time and put on a great show for you guys at home. We got 15, 16 drivers on deck here tonight. Willow Springs, can't wait for this action.
Absolutely, a lot to look forward here tonight with all of these cars on track, close to 2.5 miles, and a lot of wind, a lot of heat. These guys ready to go at it. 1 minute till qualifying. Real quick though, let's go to Dallas Seward real quick. Dallas, what was the track like while you were driving it? What did you expect or least expect, and what was the most surprising thing?
Well, first off, this track's a lot of fun. I'm still not good at it. I ran probably about 10, 15 laps out there, and I think I completed about 3 or 4 good ones without going off track. And they weren't even good. I'm still 7 seconds off the top pace right now, but coming down that front stretch going into the first corner, it's fun. You get that nice long sweeping left-hander, and then you go into really nice long right-hander through the rabbits here up until you get up into the balcony. Coming out of the balcony is probably my most difficult spot, because it's downhill coming in towards the S's, and then it's a sharp left-hander while you're going downhill. So you have to brake harder than you think or earlier than you think while maintaining control in the car, because it's going to start to get a little slidey on you and want to go towards the outside. Hopefully people aren't trying to go too wide through there. If they are, probably not going to end out too well, but should be some exciting racing.
Absolutely, absolutely. And just like that, practice is wrapping up. We're going to be having qualifying up here soon. But it looks like Jackson Samsel's in here, the number 57.
This is a crazy question. You can definitely say no.
Okay.
It would take some stress off me. I know one of you are registered as a driver. We are going to plan on, we're closing the pits when the leader crosses the line on 14, and caution when they pass the line on 16. If one of you would want to do that and take admin controls, I would appreciate it. If not, no problem. I can do it. But I just wanted to throw that idea out there.
Yeah, I can take care of that for you.
Okay, I'll make you admin.
I'll take free admin. I like being free admin.
There you go.
No, so you closing it when the leader crosses at the end of 14.
Yeah, so when they're going from 14 to 15, you close pits, and when they're going from 16 to 17, you throw the yellow flag.
Okay. I can handle that.
It's showing I can't make you as an admin.
Nice.
There we go. I got you.
Perfect. There we go.
Alrighty. I assume you have the commands. If not, I can supply those.
Close pits would be the only one that I would need.
I think it's exclamation pit close and then $. Yeah.
All right,
Looks
sorry
like
for
we
that,
have-
ladies and gentlemen. We are back here for qualifying. This is Austin Holbrook. He'll be your first car out, ready to take a lap here tonight.
Yeah, your Daytona winner coming out here on a road course. See what he can do here tonight with his first lap on track. He's going into turn 1 now here at Willow Springs. Tough left-hander, 90-degree turn. A little bit of elevation change as he sets himself up for the Rabbit's Ear.
A beautiful turn 1 he just completed there. Now coming into the Rabbit's Ear, this is a long, sweeping, pretty short, well, not short, but really tight turn there. Not as tight as the sweeping corner that we'll have at the end of this lap, but still pretty difficult to navigate. As you can see him coming through the balcony, a little bit wide exit there on that corner, and now coming uphill and back downhill out of the balcony. He's going to try to set himself up coming through the S's.
Yeah, he's coming down the S's now, takes this little left-hander, sets himself up for the backstretch once he gets off the S's here now. Then you get a little bit of a kink here down the backstretch. Wings leg is what they call that turn 7. And then we're going to go into this long right-hander, which we call the sweeper section here at Willow Springs. Carry a lot of speed, be real brave, kind of flat, and rotate down here into the right-hander off a 9. We'll see what kind of lap time he puts down here.
Oh, no, into the
no.
dirt he goes after a beautiful lap that he was putting together. That lap is not going to count for him. At the moment, though, Corey Harville at the top of the leaderboard with a 121.11. Adam Boyles just behind him with a 121.52. And Michael Boyles running out your top three right now with a 121.83s. James Zangy also out on the board with a 122.1. Currently a second slower than first place Corey Harville. James Zangy is going to have to find something here on his second lap to make sure he can get back up to the front and be ready for the start of this race.
Yes, he's going through the S section now, setting up for the backstretch. He's currently 1 second off the pace of qualifying. Harville set that fast time there in practice session. See if he can back it up here with the pole.
You can see 133 miles an hour through this long sweeping right-hander. Up to 140 through the final corner as he tries to get back on the brakes to try to get himself straight. Coming down the front straightaway now. The 10 car, James Zangy, looking for a great run. Currently P5. Let's see if he can improve on his time now. Crossing the start-finish line. James Zangy goes P3 with a 122.55.
It's a really impressive lap there by Zangy. And now here we are on board here with Boyles. That's Adam Boyles in the 22. Had a great showing last week at Phoenix. Let's see if he can back it up here in qualifying. He goes through turn 1 now. Setting up for... Oh, he's going to back out of his lap before he gets off of turn 1.
Abraham Kalufa now coming through the sweeper. He's getting up to 130, 135. Now coming into the final corner. He's going to try to be able to get off. Oh, he gets into the grass. Not going to be able to get a good lap time in there. Tyler Barnett back up on board.
Yeah, that's a good fact that this track has without the walls and a lot of runoff space. If you do make a mistake, it's a little forgiving here. But now we're on board here with Barnett, who's won the last 2 races in a row. So here he is trying to put a good lap time. He goes to the top of the board, 120.69.
What a great run by him. Troy Nissen now crossing the start-finish line. Let's see what he can do. This is his second lap. Last time by, not good enough. Currently P7 for Troy Nissen. Here's Peter Stewart now in the number 91 car crossing the start-finish line. Let's see what he can do. Not good enough. Currently P6 for him. Nicholas Moffitt goes P4.
Yeah, these guys are putting down some flyers. I'll go to the chat real quick before we go through qualifying. Taps again doesn't seem to be able to keep it strong in qualifying. He's referring to Mr. Barnett. And then Doug Bullock in the chat says, easy dub for 19. He's got a Nissen fan in the chat.
Yeah, buddy. Austin Holbrook crosses the start-finish line. That puts him P10 with a 125.02. Just trying to get in a qualifying lap there for the 12 car. Your Daytona winner this year. And is currently P10. And will find himself mid-pack for the start of this race.
As it looks like we have, I believe that just about everybody that's taken a time here in qualifying.
There is one more. That is Kevin Baumler, the number 88. Has tried to put in a lap and was not successful there. And let's see if he comes back out. See what he can do here. But right now, Tyler Barnett up on top of the leaderboard with a 120.69.
Yes, Teltap says in the chat he was referring to Bennett's practice performance and not being as strong in qualifying. And then he says, well, I was surely mistaken, as he takes it to the top of the board.
So we are...
Yeah, leave.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, leave in the chat who you guys got tonight as we're winding down this qualifying session.
Oh, man. Look, I feel like this is just as anybody's game as if we were going to Daytona or Talladega. This track has been proven to be extremely hard to keep the car on track, let alone actually finishing the race. So I just think that this is going to be a race of attrition for sure. The one person who can keep it on track all race is going to have a great shot at winning this race. But with that being said, I'm going to go with Adam Boyles. I feel like Adam Boyles is a overall well-rounded driver, and we can absolutely expect to see that number 22 car towards the front at the end of this race.
Yeah, I like what Bobby Dennis says, Tyler, for the back-to-back. It'll actually be three-peat for Tyler Bennett if he gets the job done tonight, but I'm not going to go with him. I'm going to go with Corey Harville. The guy sat there in P2, had the fastest lap in practice, and like Dallas said, you can find some speed here in this track, and I think the more laps he puts on, I think the faster his pace is going to get, and I think he's going to give a challenge at the front of the field here tonight.
Dallas, who do you got for tonight?
Barnett's got a fast car. Harville's got a really fast car. I think those two are going to put on a spectacular show. Don't be surprised, or would not be surprised with Adam Boyles either. Adam Boyles showed pretty good speed during practice. Yeah, top three definitely going to be really good. It's kind of one of those tracks where like it takes you a little bit to get it, but once you get it, I think you'll find the speed. I know it took me a couple of laps to kind of find it, but then once I was 2 or 3 laps in running consistent speeds, I kind of got to the 4th lap, found out where I needed to do, and I picked up 2 or 3 seconds on my 4th lap. So,
well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's picks are in. We're ready to go green flag racing here. We're looking at just about 15 seconds left in qualifying. It doesn't look like anybody else is taken to the track. Once again, Tyler Barnett up on top of the leaderboard for qualifying. Congratulations to that number 13 car. Once again, taking pole tonight.
Yeah, we'll go right back to the chat real quick before we get the green flag. Telltap says going strong with that Boyles brothers. Michael has an A-class road course license.
She. Watch out for that guy. Ready to get her done. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go through our grid as everybody starts gridding up for tonight. Let's go ahead. All right, Tyler Barnett on pole in the number 13 car with Corey Harville on the outside of him in the number 92.
Starting P3 in that number 22 car, that's Adam Boyles with Nicholas Moffitt in the 33 starting P4.
James Zangi with a season high performance in qualifying, starting P5 in the number 10 car. Michael Boyles starting P6 in the 05.
Starting P7 in the number 91, that's Peter Stewart with Troy Nissen in the number 19, starting P8.
Jackson Samsel in the number 57, starting P9, with Austin Holbrook in the number 12, starting P10.
Starting P11, that's Abraham Kalufa in the 84, with Bryce Battle in the 17, rounding out your top 12 starters here tonight in the WLGYL Grand Prix of Willow Springs.
All right. Everybody, we are going to be taking one pace lap before we do go green. This will be a rolling start with the Xfinity cars. Tyler Barnett will be leading this field to the start of this race. As a little bit of information for you guys, we will be having a stage caution on lap 16. We're going to be having a nobody can pit on lap 14, coming to lap 15. And so it's going to change it up a little bit. Are we going to be seeing guys pitting a little early, maybe lap 12, 13? We're going to be seeing guys going after the caution, during the caution. We're about to find out as we get everybody on grid and ready to roll.
Yeah, that stage caution is going to throw a little bit of a wrinkle into the strategy of this race. I'm excited to see what these guys decide to do.
Any last thoughts, Dallas, before we go green flag?
No, I'm excited. Stock cars on road courses, they usually don't mix, so this should be exciting. Xfinity cars are a lot of fun to drive, just on ovals. On road courses, they're a whole nother animal. It's going to be really exciting. I'm pumped. That first corner, seeing who takes a chance right away and tries to pick up a couple spots, is going to be really interesting to see.
Yes, absolutely. We're going to be seeing lots of action. This turn one that we're looking at right now is going to be the action zone on these restarts. Who can break the latest going into turn one? Who can gain the most ground? Maybe get a little bit of passing done in turn one. It'd be an opportunity for this long and very tight right-hander coming right out of turn two. And definitely an opportunity for passing.
Yes, this Rabbit's here. It seems like the corner that goes on forever, coming off the top of the elevation up to the balcony. It's going to be a great place to find passes and battles all night long, but we are gridded up. The best iRacers in the business going to take on their road racing abilities here in these Xfinity cars. We're going to see one well of a show here at Willow Springs. Can't wait for the action. You're only going to need the edge of your seat tonight. Get prepared for the green flag this next time by.
Taking the pace lap through the balcony there. A nice uphill section, and then as you exit the balcony, you're coming back downhill. Sharp left-hander coming downhill, leading into the S's as your leader is taking that corner right now. Sets you up perfectly for that nice long slight bend with turn 6 and 7 going into the long sweeper. Nailing that exit in turn 5 gets you the great jump off that corner, carry that speed down into the sweeper.
Yeah, absolutely. That downhill section coming off of the balcony to that left-hand turn is definitely going to be a high-action area as well. We'll keep our eyes on that throughout the night and see if there's any action happening there. But as you can see, they're coming down what you might consider the back straightaway and into the final corner, the long, sweeping right-hander. There's going to be a lot of action here as well. We're going to be seeing side-by-side action, lots of door banging, I would say, between these guys, trying to get as much position as they can, trying to maximize what they can get on track throughout the track, and trying to set themselves up for a good front stretch run to try and set themselves up for a good pass in turn 1. But right now, the pace car lights are off. We are going green flag racing, ladies and gentlemen. Off the final corner, they come. We're going to watch that pace car come off of the racing surface, down pit road, and control to Tyler Barnett. Coming down the front straightaway now. Again, the safety car off the racing surface. They're going to be going into the restart zone now as Tyler Barnett leading the field to green. We're going to be watching the green flag fly here in just a second. And the green flag is out, the 13 car. Tyler Barnett getting a great jump over his competition of Corey Harville at the moment. He does get out in front of him going into turn 1. He does take the lead of this race. Corey Harville out in P2 off of turn 1. Now going into turn 2. These guys keep it straight through the first couple of corners here as Corey Harville now chasing the 13 car off of turn 2.
Yeah, very clean restart there through 1 and 2 through the rabbits here. Now we're going to head for the balcony section for the first time today. We're going to be taking that high climb up through turns 4 and 5 as we head for the S's. As now it looks like Harville's got to run on Barnett through the top of the balcony. Barnett's going to leg him a little bit here on exit as we set down for the S's.
Barnett and Harville coming down off the S's, coming into the S's down through off the balcony and through turn 5. Top 3 breaking away here as they come through there. Harville staying in behind Barnett as following through the S's, trying to cut a little bit of that speed as they come down into the sweeper.
Now into the sweeper that they go. Harville still all over the rear bumper of Barnett. Look, this is a great opportunity to go side by side, and he does. He shoves it deep onto Barnett. Coming through the last corner now. We're still side by side with these leaders, but it looks like the 13 car might prevail. He does. Tyler Barnett staying out on top at the moment, crossing the start-finish line. We got the top 3 here. Barnett, Harville, Boyles now going into turn 1 with Barnett still out front in front of the 92 car. Harville trying to do everything he can to get to the rear bumper. James Zangi's off in the back here, and he's taking a ride through the grass.
Oh, big moment there for Zangi. He's going to get that thing righted. Oh, there's another car off track there behind him. Maybe that's Stewart, I believe. I could be mistaken. But we're going to continue here through the rabbits here. Harville on the pursuit of Barnett. He's going to get real heavy on the brakes here on the uphill section. Can he get him here through the balcony? This is where the 92 has shown his strength on that first initial lap. Can he get the drive downhill towards the S's as Barnett's going to leg him? He got a fantastic exit there as we head for the S's this time.
Yeah, Barnett with that fantastic exit coming out of 5. Taking that jump off Harville, further gap than he was last time. Let's see if Harville's able to recover coming through the S's. Boyles, though, laying not too far behind. He's still keeping these leaders inside the hunt as they come into the sweeper, Barnett, Harville, and Boyles.
Barnett still holding a very strong lead over Harville right now, but Harville refuses to give up. Only an eighth of a second 8/10 of a second, behind the leader, Barnett. Barnett still out front. You can see how much Harville does make up ground in the back there. That's the 33 and Nicholas Moffitt off in the back as he gets it back on track. Michael Boyles, though, losing time to Barnett and Harville sitting there in P3. Now coming off of turn 1, Barnett still out front. Corey Harville still in the chase with Boyles in P3. We got the other Boyles of Michael Boyles in P4 and Jackson Samsel. That is your top 5 at the moment. Your closest battle right now is Peter Stewart and Nicholas Moffitt.
Yeah, Stewart's closing this gap to Moffitt. He's going to get a great run here out of the Rabbits here. He's going to be about a car length and a half back. They're going to go up the uphill section here towards the balcony. Moffitt recovering after going off track there off of the sweeper, turn 9. It's going to get real tight here off the uphill. This is the elevation change. It's a little bit of a blind uphill corner. And then it flattens out as you go back downhill towards the S's. This gap is pretty relative here between Stewart and Moffitt. Oh, Stewart goes sideways off the track here.
Yeah, Stewart, see if he can be able to recover. He seems to get it corrected pretty quick to get back on track. Hopefully not going to lose too much time. He will fall to the back of the field, but he's got a quick car. Should be able to make up that time a little bit before we get to the competition caution coming up in about 13 laps.
Absolutely, but coming off the final corner now, Harville still staying in the chase with Barnett. As you can see on the top left part of your screen, you can watch that relative throughout the lap. Harville just a lot better in the first half of the track, as Barnett is a lot better in the second half of the track. But currently right now, 7/10 of a second splits these two guys. Now coming through the Rabbits here, we're going to watch Harville try to get back up to the rear bumper. As you can already see, he is closing that gap.
Yes, Harville's really being patient, gentle on the in through mid-center of the turn, not trying to overdrive the corner or overdrive entry, as he's going to close this gap a little bit here through the intricate parts of the track, through the Rabbits here, and now up through the balcony section. This is turn 4. We're going to come back downhill. Harville using a lot of the apron or the curb right there, trying to get some good drive off the corner, and this is where he gains the time through the SS now as we're heading out for the backstretch.
Now Harville's got that gap down to 6/10 of a second, was 8/10 at the start of the lap, following Barnett in his tire tracks. Again, trying to keep that run going through the S's. Looks like the gap's staying about the same, but Harville is really good through the sweeper, so he's able to close in that gap on Barnett.
You can see that Harville uses the brake a lot earlier than Barnett. That's going to allow him to get an extremely good exit off of the final corner here, but he does lose a little bit of time here on this lap. It is now up to 1 second separating first and second. Adam Boyles in P3 now 3 seconds behind the leader, as Michael Boyles is just about 7 seconds. And your top 5, actually, we got a battle here with our top 5. Nicholas Moffitt and Jackson Samsel going side by side now through turns 1. Looks like the 33 is going to get a run on the inside here. That's Nicholas Moffitt to the inside of Jackson Samsel. This battle has been going on. I've been watching it here for a little bit, and it's now coming to a head. These two guys, the Jackson Samsel is off track. The 33 is going to benefit so much off of this. He's going to get a great gap in between himself and the 57. Now coming through the balcony.
Yes, now it looks like Moffitt's going to get a pretty good gap here over Samsel after that mistake, but that's going to bring Nissen into the battle. He's looking to the rear bumper of the 57 of Samsel here. Off the balcony section in through the S's, can he get a good enough run here and plant the throttle here towards the backstretch, as Samsel is losing a little bit of time here to Moffitt as he's backing up to Nissen as we go down the backstretch. Nissen used up a lot of track here down the backstretch.
Samsel is indeed. That gap to Nissen is closing in. Nissen is catching Samsel as Moffitt is able to pull away from Samsel's mistake. Let's see how Nissen is able to handle the braking zone coming into the sweeper. And if he can get that timing just right coming off to the exit to close in that gap going down the front stretch and hopefully catch him going into turn 1.
Absolutely, coming down the front straightaway now. It looks like the 57 did get a great exit off of that last corner, but coming into turn 1, we're going to watch Nissen try everything he can to get back to the rear bumper of the 57, maybe go a little bit side-by-side action. As you can already see, he's already closed that gap in half. Going into turn 2 now, that 19 of Nissen is going to try everything he can to get back to the rear bumper. Now coming through the rabbit ear and up into the balcony.
Yeah, is that time that you can make up through the rabbits here if you're really brave. He's closed that gap all the way down. He's less than a car length behind. As you see the 57 of Samsel get really heavy on the brakes, really drives into that corner aggressively. Uphill section here. Nissan's going to close that gap even more here through the balcony section. Can he get a good run downhill as it transitions towards the S's? This is a great look at the opportunity for Nissan. If he can get the throttle planted, he might be able to take advantage of him as he would go down the backstretch and set him up for the sweeper.
Nissan is very, very strong in the balcony section. He's caught up to back of Samsel really, really quick. He's right on his back bumper, half a car length back going into the sweeper. Now Samsel was able to pull away from Nissan through the sweeper going onto the front stretch. Let's see if Nissan was able to learn this time through, get that better exit and catch Samsel going down the front stretch.
Samsel, though, holding very strong onto that position of P6. He did get overtaken by the 33 of Moffitt. Maybe a little bit of a confidence killer there, but he is gaining that back now, being able to hold the 19 behind him. Going into turn 1 now, we're going to try to see if the 19 of Troy Nissen can get back to the rear bumper. You could already see him torpedoing into turn 1, trying to gain as much ground as he can, coming through turns 2. Now, that's the rabbit ear. As these guys continue to go through here, the 19 continues to make up ground to the 57 of Jackson Samsel. Now, coming off of turn 2, we're going to watch these guys go through the balcony.
As these guys continue to battle, this is where the 19 is stronger. Going up the
we got a
uphill
spin in the
section.
back. We got a spin in the back. Austin Hallbrook lost it in a battle with Peter Stewart.
Oh, man.
Got sideways
Austin.
in front of him, spun it through the dirt. Was able to get it back on track. But Peter Stewart definitely, he's making up ground. He's caught up quite a bit to the back of this field already from that earlier mishap.
As now we're back to the battle here between Nissen and with Samsel. Nissen's got a great run here down the backstretch. We're going to go into the sweeper section now. It looks like this is where Samsel's better, is on this second half of the track, the final sector. He gains a lot of ground here through the sweeper, real brave, as Nissen's using up a lot of track, nearly grabs the grass or the sand there on the exit of the sweeper. This is some great opportunity here. If he can get this gap shorter, going into turn 1, he might be able to have an opportunity or a look at Samsel for that position.
Now going into turn 1, the 19 still trying to figure out how to get by the 57 of Jackson Samsel. And you know what? I think one of the good things we can do here is we can go on board with our Dega Boys cam as this battle intensifies coming through the rabbit ear. We're going to be able to watch what Troy Nissen is doing on track.
Yes, now we're on board here with Nissen. He's closing up to the bumper of Samsel. Give him a little bit of bumper business. Now we go to the uphill section. We're setting up for the balcony. This is where Nissen has shown his strength. He's going to try to arc his corner, get a little bit more of a run. He's going to go a little wider than the little bit of apron there, the little chicane, try to gain a little bit of ground here through the S's. Grab a little bit of that rumble strip, try to plant the throttle here towards the backstretch, but this is where Samsel is really strong. Through this really high part of the track as Nissen gets really aggressive on the gas. He's going to drop right up to the bumper of Samsel here. This is the closest he's been headed for the sweeper.
Nissen is right on the back bumper of Samsel heading into the sweeper. Now let's see if Samsel's able to keep it together. He's always been very, very strong going through the sweeper and exiting the sweeper. Now Nissen, the closest he has been, has he learned something from Samsel the last couple of times through here? Is he going to keep that gap going, and is he going to keep right on his back bumper as he comes off of the sweeper down the front stretch? He is closer than he has been going in down the front stretch into turn 1.
Now we're going to watch the 19 of Troy Nissen really break hard going into turn 1, trying to make up as much ground as he can. He does make up a little ground, but on the exit there, the 57 just excelled off the exit of that corner. Now going into the rabbit's ear, Troy Nissen, he's going to try to dive it on deep in there. He gained so much ground here. He's looking to make something happen now off of turn 2. The 19 all over the rear bumper of the 57 now, coming into the balcony. Let's see what he can do.
Yeah, as now you see the 57 a little sideways there. He's going to miss the inside line. That's going to give Nissen an opportunity here. He's going to go side by side here through the balcony section. He's on the outside. Samsel's got the inside. Contact was made as we're going back downhill towards the S's as Samsel continues to hold the lead, but now they're backing up to Zengi and Stewart here. We got a 4-car battle here down the back.
Yeah, the battle between Samsel and Nissen has brought in Zengi and Stewart. Stewart, what a recovery he has had from that earlier mishap, has caught up to the back of these guys in a position to be gaining spots. Zengi also had the mishap earlier. He is back behind these guys. This is a 4-car battle. for 6th place. Coming back through the sweeper. Let's see if, looks like Zingy's making a move on the inside of Nissen. Is he going to be able to get there and hold it? I don't believe so, but he can get that run right on his back bumper down the front stretch into turn 1. Let's see if he's able to complete that move this time.
What a position that the 19 is now in. He's coming under attack from behind. He's trying to attack the 57 in front of him. He's got a risk management now with the pressure from behind and the pressure he still wants to apply to the 57. Now coming through the rabbits here, the 19 is going to try to make something happen on the 57 here. He has to make something happen. With all the pressure coming from behind, he's got to make something happen now, coming into the balcony. Let's see if the 19 can do any better than what he did last time by.
Something has to give here for Nissen. He sees the pressure being applied from behind. He's going to look to the inside this time of Samsel. Samsel's going to leave a little bit of bottom open. He's going to wrap the inside line, does Nissen. He gets a little sideways there off the balcony. We're going to go back downhill. He's going to lose about a car length here into the S's. He's going to try and draw right up to the bumper. These guys are under a blanket right now as now Nissen trying to get that run, trying to find that momentum here through the backstretch through turn 7, now setting up for the sweeper. He's going to get real close here. He's going to have to make a little bit of a different, wider arc into the corner because this is where Samsel is so dominant.
Samsel is very dominant coming out of that sweeper. Nobody has been able to catch him out of these 4. He is so strong coming out of that sweeper. We have Nissen with Zangy back on his back bumper again. Let's see if he's able to make a move this time. He is closer. He is coming. But so is Stewart. Stewart right on the back bumper of Zangy, who's right on the back bumper of Nissen. They are all under a blanket heading into turn 1, coming into the braking zone. Let's see if anybody's able to make a move.
Oh, very close by Zangy there. Maybe trying to give him a little bit of that bumper business going through turn 1. Didn't really work out for him now, but coming through the rabbits here once again with these 4 drivers all under a blanket for P6. Nissen all over the rear bumper of the 57 now, coming up into the balcony. 2 laps ago, he made something happen, or tried to make something happen. He's going to look once again. Oh, he gets sideways up into the balcony. Now we're going to go side by side with the 10. This is for 7th place here, as now Troy Nissen, it seems to be falling apart for him.
As Samsel putting on his best Ryan Newman impersonation. We saw this in Phoenix. Now we're seeing it again. This guy is so calm and cool and collected behind the wheel. He's able to just control the pace of this race. As Nissen has looked, he's tried to make a move. He hasn't had anything materialize. But now the battle's on behind. As now Zangy, he's going to have the pressure put on him by Stewart. We got still, these 4 guys are just duking it out here at Willow Springs. This is just amazing racing here through the sweeper.
Stewart catching up to the back bumper of Zangy. Oh, he makes a mistake going wide. He's going to lose that time. He is now falling quite a bit back from these guys. Meanwhile, all 4 of these guys are catching the back bumper of Moffitt. It's going to be 5 cars under a blanket here pretty soon as they head into turn 1.
Now into turn 1 they go. Looks like Jackson Samsel might have missed the apex there as he continues his hunt back to the 33 car. Just a few laps ago, that 33 car did get past the 57. Side-by-side action that happened there, but the 33 prevailing in that time. But it looks like now the 19 has caught the rear bumper of the 57. Now coming into the balcony, once again, the 19 is going to have an opportunity to excel off of a mistake if the 57 makes it. The 10 car going real wide, the 91 going real wide back there. That's going to put a lot of pressure off of the 19 car as he continues to chase the 57 coming off of the balcony and into the downhill S's.
Coming through the S's. Oh, there, Jay's back. Jay, take it over.
Yeah, as we're going down the backstretch now, as you see, Samsel is going to leg the 19 of Nissen by a good amount here.
Jay,
Nissen
we got
not
pits.
able to get through. We do got pit stops. This is what we talked about at the beginning. Pit stops before the stage break here. The last lap before opportunity, and you see your taker is Harville trying to do something different to get by your leader, Barnett.
See if anybody from the second group the group we have, and it looks like it is. It looks like the 57 car. Samsel has come down pit road with Harville as well. A couple early takers here, as I believe pit road is going to close next time by. So everybody at this point is not going to be able to pit, other than maybe Barnett. Barnett will be the leader when he comes by. We'll see if Barnett pits this time. Otherwise, everybody else at this point, waiting till after the stage breaks to make their pit stop.
Tyler Barnett now coming off of the downhill S's, coming down the back straightaway. Got a 4.6 second lead over Boyles at the moment, as Boyles is maybe a little bit struggling right now in that second position. Coming through the final long sweeping corner now. We're going to watch to see if Tyler Barnett comes off the last corner and hits the pits.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see if he makes a pit stop. It doesn't look like it. He's going to stay on track. No. Oh, yeah, he is going to stay on track. The strategies are being played. Was Boyles pit? No, Boyles is going to stay out. This is crazy. This is some alternate strategies, not what we expected from your leaders, as now it looks like Harville's kind of sitting in the catbird seat here with the fresh tires before the stage end. We got a couple laps to go here by the end of the stage, but here comes Jackson Samsel off pit road now for going his 6th place running position.
It looks like Jackson Samsel really did have a long pit stop there. He does go 1 lap down. Tyler Barnett putting him 1 lap down. And now Tyler Barnett coming through the balcony here, the real steep uphill section. Looks like he made a little bit of a lockup there. He's going to keep it straight, though. He's got lots of space behind him to be able to recover from something like that. And he's still struggling. You can see him. He's all over the place. Maybe a little bit of burning out of those tires now as he struggles with that car coming down the back straightaway.
Yeah, he's slipping and sliding all over this place, man. He is just hanging on to this thing, waiting for the stage end as the tires are just going away here. He's going to go through the sweeper, see if he can make this. Oh, yeah, see, he's really struggling, really slipping and sliding through the sweeper. He's going to continue on as I believe we have 1 more lap to go before stage end here. So he's going to try and put down 1 more good flyer of a lap. As you see, Boyles using up a lot of track there on exit of 9 as well.
Now,
Yep, there is 1 more lap until the caution comes out. Barnett taking it easy this time, probably saving some of those tires. Well, I guess you wouldn't have to save the tires, but Barnett taking it easy. A nice big lead right now, doesn't need to risk anything. You got the duo of Boyles and Boyles 2nd and 3rd, 4th, 7 seconds back. No pressure from Barnett out in front. Got to ride around, bring it back to the front stretch, and take this yellow flag to make some pit stops.
Absolutely. Let's take this opportunity to go on board with Tyler. While he might be struggling a little bit with the performance of his car, we're going to be able to watch a little bit of wheel input on your left-hand side there. A lot of left-hand turning through a right-hand corner there, as you can see how ill handling his car is at the moment. Coming up the hill and coming down the back straightaway now for Tyler Barnett, ready to capture that stage win.
Yeah, as he's going to go through turn 7 here, this little left-hand kink, and then down into turn 8, the start of the sweeper. Look how long this turn is. Just continual turn. Look at his hands working the wheel in the car right there. Just trying to get through this sweeper, carry as much speed as he can, still slipping and sliding. He's going to be happy to see this stage come to an end. Off of turn 9 now, he's going to set up for the front stretch, and he is going to catch the caution here and take the first stage of the race as the yellow goes out. Tyler Barnett wins stage here at Willow Springs.
Tyler Barnett starting off this race right with that P1 finish for the stage. Adam Boyles coming home P2. Michael Boyles coming home P3. Nicholas Moffitt is going to come home P4 with James Zangi with a great recovery in that number 10 car coming home P5.
Yeah, Zangi, one to watch here in this race. He had that early incident, drove all the way back up to a P5 position in that stage. It's going to be interesting to see where Harville, how much tires he saved at the end of that run, now not probably having to make a pit stop here at this yellow. Although Samsel, 1 lap down, he's going to have to take that free pass if everybody hits pit lane this time by.
Yeah, absolutely.
Peter Stewart with the recovery, though, back up to P6. Was able to catch back up to Zangi and them. I mean, he lost a lot of time. He was able to come through. So Peter Stewart's a car to watch out for. Makes the right adjustments on this pit stop. Comes back out there strong. Let's see how Stewart recovers from this and how far forward he's able to make it through the field.
Yeah, that's a great point. We have a lot of comeback stories going on right now between multiple cars. We saw great battles happening between the 19 and the 57. Troy Nissen now being scored in P7. Corey Harville, though, the first car to pit this race, currently P8. It doesn't look like he is going to have to pit this time because he already made his pit stop. So we might be seeing this 92 out front leading the restart. We're going to see how that works out here pretty soon once everybody comes down pit road.
Yeah, expect some 4-tire pit stops, top them off with fuel. It'll be interesting to see. We've seen races won and lost on pit road. Can Tyler Barnett with that pole position take advantage with that first pit stall here on pit lane? Can somebody else maybe throw a little bit of strategy game in here? Do we see maybe a 2-tire stop? I know it'd be a big gamble, but track position we've seen has been so important here. And if you can get it, you can maintain it, as it looks like we're going to be heading to pit road this time by.
Barnett putting on a class with him and Harville, though. Class of the field right now. So strong. Let's see if Barnett's what he's able to do with this pit stop. Any adjustments he's able to make. Changes he wants to do with game plan going forward. What he's going to do with this race with Harville. Catch him early. Hopefully get around him. Keep that position. Keep Harville behind him. So that Harville's playing cat and mouse with him this time. But that leader brings everybody down pit road.
Yep, this is a make or break here. We're going to watch somebody either win or lose a race based off of this pit stop. Corey Harville obviously staying out. He made his pit stop before the caution flag flew. Now, the 13 of Tyler Barnett. Let's see if he gets jumped on pit road. It's going to be a big moment here. Let's see if that 13 team can get that car back out first off of pit road.
Yeah, that's going to be Barnett that leads the race off pit road, then followed by both Boyles, Michael and Adam. And then another shocker here. Samsel made another pit stop. He had pitted just before the end of that stage. Comes back down pit road here. Maybe get the free pass. I'm not sure. Nissen in the 32 is also a lap down, so it'll be interesting to see who does get this lucky dog here.
Yeah, if Samsel did come back down pit road, he wouldn't be eligible for the free pass, I don't think, because he'd have to take that the second time by. So I don't know if that was a mishap on his part or what the deal with that was.
Well, Harville did stay out, so there really wasn't a chance for Jackson Samsel to get a free pass. He would have to get the lucky dog. Wow, the caution did come out. He should have gotten the lucky dog unless he got jumped by somebody else there towards the end. But it looks like he is going to be able to go around here. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication on that 57 car. But nonetheless, going to be able to get his lap back now with the 57 car. He's going to find himself at the back of the pack with a lot of work in front of him to get that 57 car back up to the front.
Yeah, that's going to be some big news for him. He's going to be P11 back on the lead lap, back in contention in this race. Although we'll go to the chat real quick. We got Break Card. He says, let's go, Corey. Kevin Baumler. Love you, Blake. Telltap says, yeah, Boyles. Let's go. Boyles P2. And Telltaps, no worries, man. Love it either way. Referring to you, Dallas. Dallas, you're doing a great job. You having some fun up here in the booth, calling some great races, man?
It's just like it's a lot going on, and like I'm trying to match your guys' energy, and your guys' energy is like there's no one better right now. So it's like trying to match that energy when you're trying to watch what's going on, and I'm trying to watch for battles in the back, and then we were watching this, and then I was trying to throw the pit exit or closing pits, and the command didn't work, and then I was like, oh, what's going on here? And I was trying to get ready to throw the. It was just a lot going on. So hopefully I mellowed out, I'm learning some of the names, looking at some of the cars, getting familiar with that, and that's the hardest part. Is you guys are familiar with these people, and you guys probably still get confused with who they are sometimes. But I'm fresh. I don't know who any of these guys are, and the paint everybody's like. it's a lot to handle at first, but I'm hanging in there. We're getting a little bit better. Try not to step on my own toes here, but I think we're good.
To that,
you guys are having fun. You guys are making this race really exciting, and this has been an exciting race. That battle for sixth was incredible. That was 5, 6, 7 laps of just nonstop action. That was great.
To that we say Dale, yeah, because we're NASCAR racing here on a road course, baby. But nonetheless, the 16 car, that is Charles Broderick there. He's going to get a wave around now. But look, lights are off on the pace car. We are going to go green flag racing this time by. We're going to be watching these guys go at it once again. A little bit of roles reversed here, though. Corey Harville is going to be leading this field to green for the first time tonight, with Tyler Barnett on fresh tires on the outside of him. This restart is going to be critical for the 92 car.
Yes, this is going to be a little bit of a cat and mouse game here to turn one. Harville's going to have that preferred inside line into one. If the 13 of Barnett could stay on his door, stay side by side off of 1, he's going to have the preferred advantage through turns 2 and 3, which is the rabbits here. This restart is going to be very interesting. How much tires saved did Harville do on that last run towards the end before the stage to be able to have fresh enough tires to battle with someone like Barnett who has fresh tires? The Boyles brothers back there in P3 and 4, what do they have? Zangi, he's really shown his name to be a really good competitor here. This is going to be a wild restart when we go back green.
Yeah, that battle of fresh tires versus 2 3-lap old tires is going to be interesting. We know that Barnett has the pace. We know that Harville has the pace. It's going to be if Harville is able to save some of those tires making that early pit stop, or if he should have just waited for that stage break, go neck and neck with Barnett going into that first corner. It's going to be really exciting. Let's see if the fresh tires are able to take off better than the used tires.
Jay, what's that famous saying again? We're going to re-rack them?
Yeah, we got them re-racked and we're going to try it again.
Once again here, we're going to be hitting the green flag with the 92 car of Corey Harville starting P1, Tyler Barnett in P2. We got the Boyle boys in P3 and P4, Nicholas Moffitt in P5. Again, remember those drivers we were talking about on the comeback tour. That is James Zangi, Peter Stewart, Austin Holbrook, ready to maximize their positions for the end of this race. Lights are off on the pace car once again. Corey Harville is going to take control of this race for the restart. And we're going to be watching some more action-packed racing here on the Dega Boys channel. Coming off of the final corner now. The safety car ready to get off the racing surface. And go green flag racing once again. Off of the final corner now. Corey Harville checking his seatbelts, making sure the steering wheel is on tight. The pace car off the racing surface. Corey Harville taking the green flag. It is out in the air. He gets a phenomenal jump over the competition behind him. Look at the gap he's already made. We got a battle for P2. That's Tyler Barnett, Adam Boyles to the inside in turn 1. It looks like they're going to be really close to some car contact there, but Adam Boyle, he lets the 13 car out in front of him. Barnett now in P2 coming off the rabbit ear and setting his sights on the 92 of Corey Harville.
Wow, how impressive and brave that was by the 13 on the brakes to maintain that P2 position. Challenge from Boyles, but now he's got his work cut in front of him. Oh, he missed the corner! Boyles goes off trying to avoid. Big news here! Boyles is going to have to get that thing right and back on track. That's some game-changing stuff. Not what Adam Boyles wanted at all here to start this final stage. Is now he's going to try and battle here with this pack of cars, but Harville continues to lead down the back.
Boyles enters the balcony in P3 and he comes out of the balcony in P9. Big mistake heading through there. But we have the battle with Boyles and I believe that is Moffitt, Boyles and Moffitt heading down into the sweeper. Moffitt right on the back bumper of Boyles as Zangi and Stewart lag not too far behind. We'll see if any of them are able to capitalize through the sweeper as they come exit right down the front stretch.
Onto the front stretch they go. Both of those cars into the grass trying to maximize everything they can. Now coming across the start-finish line, Boyles having a great lead over Moffitt now going into turn 1. Who can maximize this braking zone? It looks like the 33, he gained a lot of ground on the 05. Coming off of turn 1 and into turn 2 now, the 33 still might be outbraking the 05 coming through the rabbits here, and they're side by side off of turn 2. We're watching this battle now going into the balcony.
Whoa, something's going to have to give there. Still side by side going uphill. Oh my goodness, Boyle's just really aggressive there on the brakes going up the uphill section. Oh, Zangi's a little sideways there entering the balcony. Wow, these battles are intense as now Moffitt's losing some time here to Boyles. Adam Boyles just so aggressive on the brakes and it paid off in a big way here as he's going to leg the 33 of Moffitt off the balcony section through the S's as we set up for the backstretch.
This battle between Boyles and Moffitt is bringing in as well 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. They're all closing in almost one right after another, heading in towards the sweeper. We have Boyles out in front, Moffitt, who held ground really good with Boyles through the sweeper the first time through. Let's see if he's able to do it the second time through with Zengi and Stewart. Zengi made up a lot of ground through the sweeper, closing in that gap, halving that gap to Moffitt coming off of the sweeper down the front stretch.
Now crossing the start-finish line, that's the 33 being chased down by the 10, while also trying to apply pressure to the car in front of him. That's Michael Boyles in the 05. He can outbrake him going into turn 1 and turn 2. As you can see, that 33 now inching closer to the 05, but he's got a little bit of pressure behind him. That's James Zengi. Looks like he might have missed the corner there just a little bit. James Zengi, that is. Now coming off of the Rabbit's Ear, we're going to watch this battle continue, go into the balcony, as maybe the 10 car is getting a little pressure now from behind.
Yeah, he's gone a little bit sideways here through these turns. He's trying to make up some ground to Moffitt. Moffitt's just doing a fantastic job up here in P4. Lost a little bit of time there to Adam Boyles, but he's continuing to run his pace. We saw him get a little faster last run.
He's sideways.
Oh, is he sideways through the SS? Oh, and he overcorrects off the track. I was announcer's jinx. I did it again here at Willow Springs. He's going to have a big recovery ahead of him, as now that's going to move Zengi and Stewart battle for P4.
Off of, or into the long sweeping right hand now, the 10 car coming under pressure by Stewart, the 91. Zengi now finding himself up into P4. He's got a lot of ground to make up if he wants to get back to that podium position of Michael Boyles. Maybe a little bit of mistake that might happen by Boyles to get that 10 car back up to the podium position. But right now, he's got to risk mitigate with the 91 behind him. Now he's all over his rear bumper. Off of turn 1 now and into turn 2 into the Rabbit's Ear. These guys continuing to duke it out as the 91 seems to have maybe just a little bit more performance than the 10 car of James Zengi. Off of turn 2 now, these guys are now going to go into the balcony, the 10 car. Looking pretty good right now in P4.
Yes, he's really good on that downhill section. Gets a little bit of a gap here to Stewart, but Stewart's going to get real aggressive on the brakes. Driving through the balcony section with absolute authority here. Back down the hill, heading for the S's. This is where the 91 has been stronger. Going through the S's and then getting a great run towards the backstretch as he loses a little bit of time there. Misses that little bit of curb there. Oh, Zengi a little sideways here as we head for 7. This is a great battle here for P4 as Stewart is going to try to gain this ground back as we head for the sweeper now.
Now going into the sweeper, that's the 10 car. Zengi still holding strong on to P4. He's got Peter Stewart right behind him. These guys continue to duke it out. We got a little bit of a battle here. Oh, that's Austin Hallbrook. He's off the track once again, just trying to keep that thing to finish this race. Nicholas Moffitt finding himself back into the top 10. He's going to try to make another pass here. That's Bryce Battle in the number 17 car. Here comes Nicholas Moffitt in the 33, crossing the start-finish line now. We're going to watch these guys battle it into turn 1. The 33 going real deep here, breaking the 17 of Bryce Battle. Looks like he is going to get that position. That is the 33 of Moffitt now up to P9. These guys duking it out for P9, P10, excuse me.
As we go back to the battle here between Zengi and Stewart, these guys have really just put on a show over these last few laps. But look who's making his way back towards the front. That's Michael Boyles. Or Adam Boyles, or no, that is Michael Boyles in the 22, or Adam Boyles, I'm sorry, is trying to gain this ground back through the S's as he is going down the backstretch now. He's got a whole front windshield full of that 91 car Stewart. We're going side by side here through 7. Who's going to give here into the sweeper? It looks like the 91 of Stewart gives way. He knew that wasn't going to work side by side through the sweeper. As now Boyles is continuing his claw back through the field to the lead as he's got Zengi inside. As Samsel's going to the inside of Stewart now off the sweeper.
Now coming down the front straightaway, we were watching a great battle behind there. That's Jackson Samsel as well. But Adam Boyles doing a great job to keep himself relevant and getting himself back up to the front. The 57 of Samsel now coming under attack by the 19 of Troy Nissen, trying to shove it deep on the inside. Not going to happen there. That time by the 57, also the 91, grabbing a little bit of grass there off of turn 1. The 57, Jackson Samsel, trying to make everything happen that he can with the car in front of him, of Peter Stewart. in the number 91 coming off of turn 2 now. We're going to be watching these guys go into the balcony as that gap has increased between Jackson Sansel and Peter Stewart. Right now, though, Adam Boyles getting up to the rear bumper of James Zangi, up into the ending parts of the balcony, downhill, and into the S's. This battle is just heating up.
Yeah, as Adam Boyles is going to close this gap to the bumper of Zangi. He's looking to the outside. He's going to have a great run here down the back straightaway. Can he make something happen here? As he's going to draw right up to the bumper. We're going to go into a little bit of a kink here. Turn 7. Can he close this gap as he's going to get real wide here? Maybe not the arc that he wanted into the sweeper. See if he can get a good run here through the sweeper to set him up for the front stretch.
Sorry about that. My audio went out and I couldn't figure out what happened. So sorry about that, guys.
Oh,
Boyles
big
following
off!
Zangi. Zangi goes off track. Boyles capitalizes, goes around the outside. Stewart following behind. Is he going to be able to catch back up? We're going to go side by side into turn 1, I feel like. Zangi coming in behind Boyles coming into turn 1. Now Stewart right on the back bumper of Zangi. They are nose to tail going through turn 1. Samsel, Neeson, not that far behind. 5 cars under a blanket coming into the rabbit ear.
Now coming through turn 2 and up the hill off the exit. It looks like the 91 is going to get by the 10 of James Zangi. That puts him back to P6, losing out on his top 5 position at the moment, all from a little off track off of the final corner. The 10 car now coming under attack by the 57. It seems like it's all falling apart for James Zangi now. Coming through the balcony, he's got a train of cars behind him with the 57 and the 19 of Troy Nissen. Coming downhill into the S's, and this battle is continuing to heat up.
Oh, what a move there by the 57 of Samsel. He used up a lot of the curb there. He's going to get a great run here off of the S's. Can he set something up here into turn 8? We're going to go through 7, the little sweeper turn here, or the little kink on the backstretch, as he's going to try and close this gap down as we continue down the backstretch. Setting up for the sweeper, Samsel. He's going to get real aggressive into the sweeper. He's going to try and get to the inside of Zangi here. Can Zangi make an improvement here off of turn 9 to maintain this position? He does. It's going to be a little bit of a race down the front stretch. Can Samsel do anything with him into turn 1?
Samsel really good through that sweeper, gets a nice run coming down the front stretch onto Zangi. Is Samsel going to be able to capitalize going into turn 1? They break hard. They both come in there, nose to tail. Samsel getting into the inside of Zangi, going into the rabbit ear. Zangi holds up strong on the outside, coming back to the inside, trying to get that run off the corner and try to pull away from Zamel, coming up into the balcony.
Now the 10 car gets real loose off of turn 2. He's going to lose a lot of ground now coming into the balcony. Here comes the 57 all over the rear bumper of the 10. He grabs a lot of curve. It's not going to happen for him. The 57 sideways. The 10 moves. This is a corner. Unbelievable. These guys are just all over the place trying to make a position happen. The 10 car now coming down off the balcony and into the S's, and everybody's going wide. The 19's off track. The 10 side by side with the 57. Unbelievable coming down the back straightaway.
Oh my goodness, door banging here by Zangi and Samsel. This is the best action you can ask for. The best iRacers in the business. Samsel's gonna just send it in here on the outside. He's gonna make it happen. Zangi is gonna lose that position. Unbelievable action there through the rabbits here and then through the balcony, down the backstretch. These guys are digging, driving for all their worth here, as now it looks like Samsel's gonna move himself up to P6. Zangi back to P7 here, down the front stretch.
That off track for Zangi coming back to bite him, and it snowballed for that whole group.
Oh, he's
Samsel,
going. Oh!
Zangi comes back to the inside, trying to pull strong. But you saw that Neeson lost time. That battle got in tight. He tried to overdrive the corner, got loose, came him to the outside. He's lost a lot of ground now. Samsel overtakes Zangi. Zangi now back on the charge, trying to come up through the rabbit ear, up towards the balcony. Looks like he's closing in that gap, trying to go into the hard left-hander, up into the balcony, up to the uphill section where everybody's made these mistakes before. Let's see if they're able to hold it together this time, if Zangi's able to make up that ground.
Now coming through the balcony, you can see the 10 car, a little bit of a different line than the 57, and it looks like the 57's just making a wider entrance and apex than the 10 cars. You can see him now coming down the hill into the S's. The 10 car still behind the 57 as you see this beautiful shot of cars. The 57 sideways coming off the S's. He can't hold it together. The rear tires are just completely falling off this vehicle, and now coming down the back straightaway. That's the 57 and the 10 still duking it out.
Unbelievable. How did the 57 of Samsel save that race car? He was dead sideways off the S's. And now Zangi's going to get a little bit of a run back at the 57 of Samsel. He's going to close that gap down to a couple car lengths. This is incredible. Is now Zangi really sideways there off of turn 9? Digging, trying to fight back at the 57. Does he send it in here into turn 1 again like we saw last time by?
Zangi, Samsel, Zangi coming into the braking zone. They're both holding strong on the inside line, both following each other's footsteps. Samsel gets a little loose off the corner. Zangi coming in strong to see if they will hold it together through the rabbit ear. Samsel trying to get that run off. Zangi closes in the gap really strong, but he does hit the apron coming out of the rabbit ear down to that downhill section towards the balcony.
Now coming into the balcony, you can see this beautiful shot. The 10 is sideways. He saves it. Holy cow. What a save by the 10. He loses a lot of time to the 57, but it's just an insane save that he just had right there. Unbelievable by the 10 car. James Zangi keeping it on track, but losing a lot of time to the 57. He's going to have some company behind him. That's the 19 of Troy Nissen now. The 33 of Moffitt. They're coming up to the rear bumper of the 10 as this battle now continues to dissipate a little bit, coming down the back straightaway and into the final corner.
What are we witnessing here at Willow Springs? Incredible racing as we have the Dega Boys 10 to go here. Unbelievable driving talent we are seeing here on display. Zangi, Samsel, dead sideways multiple times, and they're still digging, still gaining ground here, trying to continue to knock off these laps. Now you see Moffitt closing up in the picture. He's on the comeback trail. He's behind Nissen now in P9. These guys are going to continue to duke it out here as they're just all out of sideways, out of shape. Tires are going away. Track is difficult to drive. All the elevation change, everything coming together to create this fantastic show we're seeing here at Willow Springs.
With everybody fanning out, let's see if everybody's able to relax a little bit, get back into their groove, try to catch the car in front of them. There's been a lot of chaos going on. Everybody's heart rate's up. Everybody's getting excited. We have Zangi catching back up to the bumper of Samsel. Zangi coming in strong. Those tires are screaming. Those tires have got to be worn down, but he is doing his best to get to that. Samsel not too far ahead of him. Zangi is closing that gap. Let's see if he's able to catch him coming out of the balcony down to the S's towards the sweeper.
You saw the 57 lock up the brakes a little bit there. Maybe the 57 struggling just as bad as the 10 now, as the 57 might have just blown through his tires, as the 10 now on a recovery tour to try to get back around the 57. Now coming through the final corner, that long sweeping right-hand corner, you can see the 10 car has gotten back to the rear bumper of the 57. Coming down the front straightaway now. That's a lap car right there, getting a little bit of grass action, as you can see him coming across the screen. Everybody avoiding him, but the real battle, the real action here between the 10 and the 57 going into turn 1 now. A little bit more of a lockup by the 57.
Yeah, the lockup from the 57 is not going to help out those tires. He needs those to stay ahead of Zangi. Zangi coming in strong the last lap. He is closing that gap. He is right on the back bumper of Zamso, coming through the rabbit ear. Now coming back towards the uphill section of the balcony. Zangi coming in strong. He is right there. He backs out. That was a little strange that he backed out early. Now Samsel's pulling away, but that brings in Nissen and Moffitt. They're all once again nose to tail underneath the blanket, coming out of the balcony towards the S's.
Now coming.
These guys are slipping and sliding all over the place. You got Zangi trying to pull out his fishing pole and reeling in the 57 of Samsel, but now the pressure's applied from behind. Here comes Nissen. Here comes Moffitt. Oh, Zangi gets sideways off the S's. Going through turn 7 now, the little kink on the backstretch. This is where Zangi was quick last time by. Gained so much ground through the sweeper. Can he do it again?
Now coming off of the final corner, we're going to be watching this 10 car of James Zangi trying to make something happen here while a battle is going on behind him as well. That's a 19 and 33 of what Jay just talked about here. Coming down the front straightaway now. Wow, what a great digger cam there. The 19 and the 33 going side by side now, coming down the front straightaway and into turn 1. These guys are going to duke it out now going through turns 1. We're going to see what happens coming off of it. We got a great battle between the two guys in the back, the two guys in the front, trying to go side by side. That's James Zangi once again trying to get around the 57. Cannot make it happen through the rabbit ear. Coming off of turn 2 now, these guys are going to duke it out through the balcony.
Coming out and towards the balcony. Yeah. Oh, Zengi gets sideways. Zengi is sideways. Oh, he almost gets it into Samzo. Zengi going to lose those position. He saves it, keeps it on track. That's going to help him at least stay inside this battle. That sends him back behind Neeson. It is now Samzo, Moffitt, Neeson, and Zengi falls back behind there. Moffitt on the charge behind Zamzo. Moffitt right on the back bumper of Zamzo, coming out of the balcony towards the S's. Neeson right on the back bumper of Moffitt now. They are again nose to tail. Everybody switching positions, heading towards the S's, down towards the sweeper. Let's see if Samson's able to hold on to it, but Moffitt right on the charge.
Where did the 33 of Moffitt come from? He just got shot out of a cannon through there, through the balcony section, made up 2 positions. Now he's on the pursuit of Samsel now. He's going to drive it in extremely deep here into the sweeper. Oh, you see, he's got a lot of wheel into the car. He's going to try and make this corner, and he's going to get a great launch off of turn 9. Can he set something up here to turn 1? He's on an absolute tear right now. Coming out of nowhere to try and get back to a top 6 position here. He's going to dive it into turn 1, close as much ground as he can. Flames are flying off of the tailpipes, and now he's digging, going towards the rabbit ear now.
Coming into the rabbit ear, he sets it in deep, a little bit of sideways by the 33. The 10 had his opportunity, did not make it happen. The 33 gets the opportunity and makes it happen. Off of turn 2 now, the 57's wide, he's not going to make anything happen. The 33, Nicholas Moffitt, up into P6. What a beautiful move.
Oh, as we're side by side through the balcony section, Samson with the crossover move. He's going to get to the inside position here as Moffitt's going to hang it on his door. Unbelievable. They didn't want him up there, as now Samson's going to take the lead off the S's. These guys are just duking it out like we've never seen before. This track puts on a well of a show. Best iRacers the business. Down the backstretch now. Samson, Moffitt, they're still duking it out as we go through the cake down the back.
Now going through the final corner, it's the 33 and the 57 duking it out once again. The 33 had his opportunity just a couple of corners ago, could not make it happen. Coming off of the final corner now, it looks like the 33 got an amazing run off of the final corner down the front straightaway now. Nicholas Moffitt trying to see if he could get back to the rear bumper of the 57. Going into turn 1, it looks like he might shove it in deep in there. No, he doesn't, but he's still all over the rear bumper of the 57. Here's his opportunity. The 57 goes wide into the grass. Into turn 2 they go. The 33 gets blocked by the 57. Unbelievable. The 33 is trying to gate every opportunity that he can to get by the 57, but the 57 just channeling his inner Ryan Newman, coming through the balcony now.
Mr. Cool, Calm, and Collected Samsel doing everything it takes to keep this car on track and stay in front of Moffitt. Is Moffitt's going to try and gain this ground back here through the balcony section, but don't count out Zangy and Nissen. They're still lurking in the weeds here, trying to find a way back to the rear bumper of Moffitt. Off the S's now, in through the S's. Moffitt's going to try and gain this ground back to Samsel. Samsel did really good at for the sweeper.
Moffitt right on the back bumper of Zamzo coming into the sweeper. This battle has brought back in Zingy and Neeson. They are close, but they are not close enough. As Moffitt sends it in there, he is to the outside. He is almost into the grass. Samsel able to hold it together, pull away a little bit coming out of the sweeper. But Moffitt tried to get that run coming into the backstretch. Now Zingy's closing in on the gap. Neeson's falling a little bit behind. Zingy, Moffitt going side by side into turn 1. Who's going to give? What's going to happen? Who's going to go on the braking zone harder? You got to sit Moffitt to the outside. He is letting it stick. Samsel trying to keep it strong on the inside. They both get loose off the corner. Moffitt still holding it on the inside as they come into 2. Zingy following up behind. What is going on here? These guys are crazy. You got Moffitt still trying to hold it onto the inside of Zamzo. They are taking the entire rabbit ear side by side, nose to tail. Zingy now coming in. Neeson fine. This is so chaotic as they come up towards the balcony.
Now it's the 57 in front of the 33. An amazing battle through turns 1 and 2. They're going to duke it out still here in the balcony. The 33 still behind the 57. The 57 goes a little wide right there. Holds it on track. It's the 33 now coming down the hill into the S's. The 33, Nicholas Moffitt, going a little wide right there. James Zangy trying to capitalize on a little mistake there by Moffitt. Not going to be able to happen this time by, but coming down the back straightaway now. It's Nicholas Moffitt still behind the 57 of Samsel.
These guys are inseparable right now. They're all just have their strengths and weaknesses, and they're putting it on display. This is one of the greatest races I've ever seen. As now you see Muffet sideways through the sweeper. He is just digging. He sees that 57. It's like a little rabbit. He's chasing. Nissan's off the track. Nissan's off the track in the background. He's going to be out of this battle for a minute. We're set up for turn 1. Here comes the 33 of Muffet. Does he send it to the inside again? He's going to draw right up to the bumper of Sam. So give him a little bit of a bumper business here through turn 1.
Moffett, Samsel battling it out. Zengi waiting, lurking in the footsteps, waiting for them to make a mistake so he can slip on through, just hiding in the back. Samsel, Moffett, nose to tail. Moffett right on the back bumper of Samsel. He's been so strong through the rabbit ear, through turns 2, coming out of turn 3. It is now nose to tail. Zengi right on the back bumper of Moffett. Zengi goes to the inside of Moffett. Now to the outside as they go up through the balcony. Moffett holds tight. Zengi, it's a little loose. Zengi to the inside. That allows Samsel to pull away. Moffett keeps in front of Zengi as they come out. There's a gap between all of them.
They're all wrecking.
Samsel's right. Zengi to the inside of Moffett. They are all switching positions, running off track. What is going on? No contact between Zengi and Moffett. This is insane as they come down to the S's.
A big loser here, Nicholas Moffett, with all that craziness that happened through the balcony. Nicholas Moffett being back down into P8. James Zengi really just taking advantage of it right now in P7. Now on his hunt. Back to the 57. Off the final corner now. That's James Zengi setting his sights on Jackson Samsel. Coming on to the front straightaway now.
Oh my goodness, this is the greatest race I've ever seen. These guys are just gladiators battling it out here at Willow Springs. No quitting any of them. Still digging. Still trying to find some paces. Now Zengi's in the optimal position here to take over that position from Samsel. But here comes Moffett. He's so good through the rabbits here. Can he do it again? Replicate this fantastic drive that he has. As now off the rabbits here, Zengi and Moffett are going to close this gap to the rear bumper of Samsel. This is where it's going to get exciting as we head up for the balcony.
Time is running out. Drivers are getting desperate. We are heading to the balcony. This has been the most exciting part of the racetrack. These drivers giving it all they have to keep it on the racetrack. Oh, it looks like Zengi sends it in there a little hard. Moffett right on the back bumper of Zengi. Samsel still holding strong in front of them. Oh, lock up in front of them. Zengi falls back to Moffett. Moffett right on the back bumper of Zengi as they come out of the balcony.
Oh, this is big right here, boys. Tyler Barnett went off the track with an incident with the lap car. Michael Boyle's the P2. Barnett back to P3. Unbelievable.
There's 2 laps to go. This race is getting super chaotic. We have a change for second and third. We got the battle for 6th, 7th, and 8th. This is insane what's going on right now.
Yes, we have the 10 car of Zengi still trying to hound the rear bumper of Samsel here. This is absolutely wild as we're going through the sweeper right now, down to the front stretch. We are on the front stretch, as now Moffett's going to be close enough to Zengi. Zengi's close enough to Samsel. Who's going to make a move here into turn 1? As they're going to all get aggressive on the brakes. You see the flames of flying out the right side of the car. Oh, near contact there. Moffett's, using up all the track. We're going to go side by side maybe here into the rabbits here.
Coming through the rabbits here. This battle is only getting better every time they come through here. Samsel holding strong in front. Zengi right on the back bumper of Samsel with Moffett right on the back bumper of Zengi. These guys are insane. How they've been able to hold it together, not wreck each other, keep it on the track. Tight battles, but racing clean. Now you got Moffett right on the back bumper of Zengi, putting it in there, pushing the pressure on Zengi, hoping Zengi makes a mistake so he can make his move around the outside. Zengi falling back a little bit from Samsel as they come out of the balcony towards the left-hander into the S's. It is still Samsel, Zengi, Moffett. Moffett spins out. Moffett spins out into the grass. Zengi and Samsel are able to go away clean. That allows Neeson to get through.
Well, the white flag is in the air here for Harville. He's going to go through turns 2 of the rabbit here for the final time. He used the strategy to his advantage, ran P2 through most of the race through the first stage. Used a little bit of pit strategy to gain the lead on the yellow, had older tires and survived the restart. Really put together a dominant performance. He's heading up to the balcony here for the final time through the S's. This is an absolute amazing run here from Harville. You knew his time was coming. You knew he was destined to win a race. You put himself in position the last few weeks. Found himself on the podium. He's going to use a lot of curb here through the S's. He's going to come on the exit of the S's. No more mistakes. He's just got to bring her back home as we head for the backstretch now. He has the kink and then the sweeper section is all he has left. He's going down the backstretch now, through the kink, into the sweeper, turn 8. He's going to have to just make this a nice, smooth rotation. He's got this thing on rails. Looked absolutely unstoppable this second half of the race. Now off the sweeper, turn 9. Race number 4 here at Willow Springs. And the Backmarkers Racing League is going to go to Corey Harville in the 92.
Corey Harville crossing the start-finish line for his win in this season. Michael Boyle's coming home P2. Tyler Barnett, after a little bit of bad luck there at the end, coming home P3. But here is the battle. James Zangi trying to maximize his position. The 57 blocks. The 10 car going into the final corner. Give it all she's got, Captain, because coming off the final corner, it's going to be the final straightaway. The 10 car all over the rear bumper of the 57 off the final corner. Here comes the 10. He's on side by side.
Oh,
These
man.
guys are going at it across the start finish line. It's James Zangi bringing home the P6. Unbelievable.
Zangi! Unbelievable! Unbelievable! What a race! Unbelievable!
Oh my God, that was the most incredible battle for 6th place I've ever seen in my life. That was insane. Zangi probably wasn't going to get it. Samsel makes the mistake coming off the last corner, trying to get too much out of it to stay in front of him one's ride. Zangi able to capitalize, sneak his way right in through there. What a race between these guys.
Wow. Oh, what a great run to the checker flag we just witnessed. Wow, just wow. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go back. Let's go and interview our top 3 here tonight. We will get the cars up on track here. Tyler Barnett is your P3 finisher for tonight. Let's go ahead, bring him down, and let's talk to him. Tyler Barnett, this is Thomas J. and Dallas in the booth. How you doing?
Not too bad, man. How are you?
Wow, what? Well, I'm phenomenal. I mean, what a race we just witnessed here. I mean, even coming to the checker flag for P6 was unbelievable. I mean, I about lost my mind there for a little bit. I'm okay
Yeah,
now.
I saw that one. That one was awesome.
but anyways, look, you come out at the beginning of this race. You control the race. Corey Harville pits early right before that stage caution. What was going through your head when you saw that?
I was hoping that maybe he would possibly just burn up his tires or whatnot. And with that, I was thinking, okay, maybe I can get him on the start. But I didn't get a very good start. And then I started following him. I started hounding him. And then once I did that, I made a mistake on accident. I lost my braking point. I got into the dust. And once that happened, I knew it was kind of over for me. And I was trying to push. I was making dumb mistakes here and there. But overall, I mean, that guy, he made the setup. He knows what he's doing with road courses. He's a solid road guy. And then Michael Boyles as well. He is probably one of the best road racers that I know. And with this track, I wasn't expecting much. I was hoping for a podium, so I got just that, exactly what I wanted. And I literally bought the track at, well, I'm California, so 5:20. So about 40 minutes before this started, so I didn't get very many laps. I just got a hot lap in, and I was like, cool, good enough for government work, and put down a qualifying effort. And with that, I was able to get a stage win, which I'm super thankful for. And I knew that even if Michael Boyles passed me for third, I just couldn't have him win because our stage points for the stages here were 10-7-5, I think it was. So overall, I got the most points in the race, which that's nice. And yeah, so still was able to extend a points lead.
A lot happening there during that caution, but you know, even so, even if you did get a bad restart, had a relatively bad second half of the race, you still come out with the most points and a point lead. Tyler, you can't really be disappointed in that, even though the end of this race really didn't go in your favor. But in the end, it's still a great night for you.
Oh, for sure. I'm not too upset about it. I mean, I'm competitive. I want to win. This is, if anybody in BMR is watching right now, they know the meme of everything's my home track within like a 700-mile radius. But this is the closest track to me, next to Irwindale, and with that, and Kern, I guess now too, because it's on this game. But yeah, I mean, this was one I'd really like to win, obviously. But I mean, having a good finish, I knew I wasn't going to be the best guy in the long run. I knew it. But I just want to salvage a good points day and I did by a couple points, so thankful for that. Thankful to the Lord on that one, and then thank you to AM Designs for being on the car again. Thank you for When Wives Gives You Lemon podcast. That's my parents' podcast, so shout out to them. Thank you for sponsoring this race, and thank you all the guys that showed up. Good showing tonight, and good race overall, I think.
Well, it absolutely was. But look, congratulations on your P3. Jay, that's all I got for Tyler here. What do you got for him?
Yeah, Tyler, congratulations on your P3 finish. I mean, considering that you didn't have any laps on this track until today, you put up a really good lap time. I like the little dig that you did there. I won't repeat it, but that was really funny. Who do you have to thank for this awesome performance if you might have missed anybody?
Just those guys, and then Evil Empire Sim Sport as well. I mean, we got 1-3, and then Gavin had a rough night, so unfortunately for him, he had to disconnect. But yeah, Evil Empire 1 and 3, so podium, and yeah, good job, Corey. Thank you for showing up, man. Thank you for making the setup because it was a good setup. I just couldn't control the rear tires on it. Yeah, that was fun though. So thank you guys mainly too for broadcasting as well.
Awesome. Well, thank you for those kind words, Tyler. Congratulations once again on your P3 finish. And Tyler, I'm sure we will, but we hope to see you in the next one.
Hopefully in 2 spots up.
That's right. That's right. All right, that was your P2 finisher for tonight. We're going to go to Michael Boyles here and talk to him for a minute. Michael, this is Thomas J. and Dallas in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
Hey, man, it is going great. What a race that we just witnessed here tonight. The 05 car. Let's just talk about that for a little bit, though. What a phenomenal run you had tonight. It kind of looked like during the first half of the race there, you may have struggled a little bit on speed and trying to maybe figure out this track a little bit, but the second half, holy cow, the speed out of that 05 car really came to life. What was the game changer there? Was it the pit stop? Was it the caution? Were you able to catch your breath? Did you, what was it?
You know, my engineers, they did a great job. No, but seriously, it was, thank the Lord, I was able to kind of understand the track and kind of understand where, I guess, to push in more. And the first half of the race, my brake bias was like too low. I was losing the rear and all that stuff. But towards the end, I bumped it up a lot more, and it felt a lot better to drive, for sure. And like even cornering was better. Exits felt better. It just all around it felt like a better car. And I knew I couldn't really catch up to Tyler and was it Corey that one, right?
Yeah.
Or
Yep.
yeah. I knew I couldn't really catch up to them, but I just kind of somewhat saved my tire. But then eventually I started seeing I could catch up just a little bit, and thank the Lord, like we're somehow able to get second. I didn't really expect it, to be honest. I should have practiced way more for this track. I love this track. It's awesome, but it will attack when you least expect it. But yeah, it was a blast.
Yeah. Look, at the end of this race, the final few laps, we saw a big moment there at the last corner between you and Tyler Barnett. What happened?
Well, he said, we're in the same voice chat, and I was like, let's go! And I was like, my bad. Well, after I said my bad, but he said he looked up at the lap car ahead. I think he just started, like all of us sometimes do. We look at the car ahead and try and follow, like, his speed and all that, and I think he followed him to the sand or whatever it is. But yeah, I mean, that's all. I'm pretty sure that's just all it was. Thank the Lord. I mean, I knew it was going to be a challenge to even like get near him, and it was a lot. But I mean, it wasn't as good of a show, but it was a lot easier for me, for sure. So, but
Absolutely.
yes, sir.
Absolutely. Look, congratulations sincerely on your P2 finish. You deserved it. You did a great job holding that 05 car on track all night long and maximizing the opportunities that you had to get that 05 to the start finish or second to the start finish line and coming out with a great points day finish. But look, that's all I got for you, Michael. Dallas or Jay, you guys got any questions you guys like to ask them?
No, you had a nice quiet day. You weren't talked about much. You were kind of just doing your own thing. And the next thing we know, you're riding around P3. Well, you probably would have been pretty content with the podium finish. And then we're watching this intense battle for 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th. And all of a sudden, camera pans over, and you are passing Tyler. And we were noticed that Michael Boyles, who's been quiet all day, has methodically got his way up to P2 now. So, I mean, you said that wasn't expected, but great car out there today. Sometimes you just need those nice, quiet days to just kind of chug along, and it looked like all the cards kind of played in your favor.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Chevy Camaro was absolutely phenomenal once again. Shout out Chevrolet. You know, they were great department. But it just, yeah, my teammates, I don't know what happened to Adam. I don't know if y'all saw it or not, but I think he just got, I don't know if he went into the corner with somebody or he braked. I don't know what happened, but it kind of helped because most of the people that were in front of me, like surprisingly all night long, when someone was in front of me, somehow they would brake and miss the corner, and it completely helped me out. So it was awesome. But yeah, and you know, I got to thank this Impact Racing team. I love the guys that are in here. Most and foremost, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I could not do anything without him. Brake Car Designs for the sponsoring and just this whole league. And thank y'all. You know, we really appreciate going back and listening to y'all because even when it's not the best show, y'all put on the show. So it's always fun to see. And I'm definitely going to go back and watch it. I know that battle behind me was pretty wild too, so I want to go back and look at that, and just, yeah, I appreciate what y'all do. And Tyler Barnett, and sorry, my bad. My brain wasn't working, but Tyler, it was fun racing with him, and yeah.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for those kind words. We really appreciate it, and we appreciate you coming out here tonight, giving us some great on-track action, some great content for us to talk about and just absolutely lose our minds about. So thank you for doing that, and thank you for the kind comments. Michael, congratulations on your P2 finish tonight, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Have a good night.
All right, that was your P2 finisher tonight, Michael Boyles. Let's go ahead and bring down your race winner tonight. That is the 92 of Corey Harville. And I can't find him. Is he in here?
Evil Empire Sim Sport.
Oh, there he is. I missed him. I did. And he just moved. Let me get him. There he is. All right. All right. Our race winner tonight, that is Corey Harville in the number 92 car. Wow, what a strategy you put on tonight here. You come in early from the caution, and you put on tires. You find yourself back out front. Corey Harville, what a call you made tonight to get that 92 car up front.
Yeah, I knew it was huge. I kind of assumed that Tyler would stay out for the stage points. I'm not really racing for points this season, so it didn't really matter to me, so I could go in a little bit early. But yeah, I knew that if I could get out in front of Tyler, we kind of maintained pace throughout that first stint. I knew if I could get out in front of him, I could probably hold him off for a few laps. I saw him working his rear tires a whole lot and kind of getting loose out of the turns. I knew if I could just get in front of him, I could stay there and probably hold him off for the rest of the race. And then I know he ended up like going off track a couple times, and that kind of just sealed it after that.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, though, the 92 car, or not once again, we saw the 92 car coming so close so many times this season, but now being able to capitalize on it and get that win here at Willow Springs, what does that mean to you?
Well, it means a lot. I had a lot of expectations coming into this race. I really love racing stock cars on road courses. It's one of my favorite things to do. And I made the setup for this race, so I would have been disappointed with anything less than a win, to be honest.
Yeah, well, you came out here the second half of the race. You just absolutely dominated. A little bit of pressure there by Tyler Barnett at the beginning part of the second half of the race. What was going through your head there? Because, look, you did have a little bit of older tires. I don't know. You possibly could have saved a little bit of those tires through the last little bit of laps there in the first half, but it had to have been maybe a little bit of nerve-wracking there, knowing that the car behind you, giving you all that pressure. had fresh tires.
Yeah, it absolutely was. I knew coming out of the pits that I couldn't really drive 100%. Like you said, I had to save tires for about 2 laps before the yellow. I crawled for about 2 laps until the yellow came out, and I was so far behind, I almost didn't make it to the pack while they were going into the pits. So I kind of had to scramble into yellow to get up there. But I knew tire saving was the key. Um, don't push too early. Don't dive into the corners too hard. Don't get on the gas too hard. I knew that in the long run, if I take care of my tires and I can stick to the same line every single lap, I'd be fine.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, you know what? You did it. You pulled it off. You come out here the second half of the race. You absolutely dominate. You put that 92 car, the first car to cross the start-finish line. Congratulations on your win tonight. What a phenomenal race you had. And again, congratulations. I know that means a lot. But look, that's all I have for Corey here. Jay, what do you got for Corey?
Yeah, Corey, I want to start off. Congratulations, but I got 2 questions for you. First question is, this track's kind of new to us. So what is the most difficult part about getting around this track? What's the most difficult section? I mean, what's the difficulty of this track? Because it seemed like you guys were on edge tonight.
For me, the most difficult section of this track is the uphill section. Just those turns, they're so slow, they're so tight. You can really lose a lot of time by missing your turning and braking points. So I was kind of trying different lines throughout the race, trying to gain some speed, but I never could make up the time, so I just stuck with what I knew. I knew it was solid, so I just held that for the rest of the race.
Alrighty. And then my last question is, who do you have to thank for this incredible performance tonight and coming home with the dub?
First of all, always got to thank the wife. Like I said, she always supports me in this. She actually came in here, kissed me goodnight in the middle of the race. So we spent some time with her. And then Backmarkers Racing for putting on this league, allowing us to race with everybody. You guys, the Dega Boys, for putting on, must I say, a fantastic broadcast. I always listen to the broadcast during races, and you guys called one heck of a show tonight. I want to thank the When Wife Gives You Lemons podcast for sponsoring the race. And importantly, I want to thank my guys over at Evil Empire. Like I said, we're always pushing each other to be fast. I know Tyler's fast. I race with him a lot. So, yeah, I just want to thank them for everything they do.
Awesome. Well, once again, congratulations on your win. Thank you so much for those kind words. It means a lot to us as we do continue to build this channel. We really appreciate everybody who comes out and watches and comments. And we couldn't have done it without you, Corey. You give us some great on-track content. And we love coming out here and broadcasting these races. Congratulations once again on your P1 finish, Corey, and we hope to see you in the next one.
Thank you. You guys have a good one.
You too. All right. Wow. What an absolute race. What an absolute Chad of a race that we got to witness tonight. There was battles all over the racetrack. I mean, it was so much we just couldn't keep up. I found myself running out of breath most of the time, but you know, that pretty much happens every race. But besides the point of again, stock cars on a very tight road course like this, what more can you expect? The action is there. The action will always be there. And tonight, another great race being put on by the Backmarkers Racing League and us having the privilege to come out here and broadcast it for them.
Yeah, what an absolute race. I mean, we start this race off. Tyler Barnett claims the pole. Looked like he had this race under control. The first stage really kind of got to the lead and managed the lead perfectly. And then we see a little bit of strategy play. Corey Harville heads down pit lane just before stage end. That allowed him, when the stage caution came out, for him to leap Tyler Barnett. He was just shot out of a rocket on that restart. Takes the lead into turn one, and then played the control game, tried to manage his stuff, manage the track, manage his expectations going through the each lap and continuing to maintain that lead above Tyler Barnett, who he said was his big competition there. And then the battle was on. I mean, we had Zangi, we had Samsel, we had Moffitt, and we had Nissen. These guys put on an absolute barn burner of a show for you guys at home. I mean, like I said during the broadcast, this is one of the greatest races I've ever seen. I mean, it was unbelievable. I was out of my chair, absolutely strumping around, screaming, yelling. I mean, that was just unbelievable. That is what we come to expect with this league. The Backmarkers Racing League, some of the best iRacers in the business. And they showed it here tonight. Every one of them refusing to lose, digging for every position they could find on the track. What an absolute show. I mean, this track is so new to me. And learning about this track this week in preparation for this race, I mean, just it lived up to every expectation and some for me. I didn't know what to expect coming in here, and this thing just absolutely went to the moon for me. I was so thankful for this opportunity to call this race because I had an absolute joy, and congratulations to Corey Harville. Got the victory tonight. What a fantastic run he had. Well-deserving winner, and I can't wait for next week.
Yeah, Tom messaged me yesterday. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I'll be able to make it because of my work schedule." And he's like, "Well, they're running Xfinity cars at Willow Springs." And me, I've never seen what Willow Springs, but I knew what Willow Springs was. And you get stock cars and road courses together, and I'm all game. I mean, there's just something about slinging a big, heavy stock car with absolutely no grip around on a road course and just sending it. And that is what we got tonight. Congratulations to Corey. Just put on a clinic. Just absolutely perfection all race long. Tyler had a fantastic race. That off track obviously caught him. And then you got that battle in mid-pack. I mean, I could not have asked for better racing in a mid-pack battle than I've ever seen. Formula One needs to take notes on whatever this was. This was incredible to watch. I personally couldn't say that I've ever seen a better stock car battle between 5 cars on a road course in my life. That was incredible. You never knew what was going to happen. Every single corner was different. It was exciting, and I just appreciate you guys for giving me the opportunity to come and talk race cars with you guys. I love every opportunity I get. This was fun. It was a good learning experience. It's hard when you don't know people or what's going on at first, but it was a lot of fun. This was a lot of fun.
Yes, absolutely. It is a lot of fun. Every broadcast we get to do is just another opportunity for us up here in the booth just to have a great time, to come out here, watch race cars, talk race cars, and call all the on-track action. All right, guys. We're going to wind down this broadcast here tonight. Wow, again, what a just phenomenal race that we got to watch tonight here with the Backmarkers Racing League. There's really not a word other than just phenomenal, amazing, awesome. Week in and week out, these Backmarkers guys, they give us that product, and it's just a great time to come out here and watch these guys. Everybody in the chat coming out here tonight, commenting on our video, truly, truly appreciate it. It means a lot to us. Everybody who liked, everybody who subscribed, it just means so much to our growing channel and everything that gets put into this channel. It's nice to see that our work doesn't go to waste. So, but that can't be possible without you guys. So thank you so much once again for coming out here and giving us that opportunity to get you a great content. So thank you. We really appreciate it. We've got a couple more broadcasts coming up this Saturday. In 2 days, we're doing some more broadcasting. We got the PSCRL Truck Series coming up once again. We're going to be racing with those guys at Chicago Street Course. Another road course we're going to be going to, a street course with the Truck Series. That's going to be a barn burner, too. I'll tell you what, right now, that's going to be fun. So do not miss that race. That's going to be a fun one. And we've got even Nexus Sim Racing starting up mid to end of February. And that is going to be just... I mean, we've got some absolute barn burner series in there, too. I know we're using that phrase a lot, but it's completely applicable, okay? You just can't... Just come back, I promise. I might have a brain aneurysm, I don't know. But nonetheless, we've got lots of stuff going on here at the Dega Boys channel. We've got a couple of new things for you guys as well. Go ahead and check out our Discord channel. We got lots of news there. Jay and I are always pulling information to put on the Discord. With everybody who's in that Discord, I guarantee you will be the first one to know of any breaking news hitting motorsports today. It's a great opportunity for you to come in to get information, to talk with Jay and I, to talk with the Dega Boys, and just really have a great time. We've got great voice chats. We got great text channels. All that information to join the Discord is below, so make sure you guys check that out. We also want to thank all of our channel supporters. We want to thank everybody who's come out and given us that support. Dallas Seward is a great partner to our channel. Look, he's part of the Dega Boys. He buys into our membership program. And guess what? He gets to come out here and broadcast a race with us. Big Daddy NASCAR in and out. Absolutely. If you want to come in and be a part of our broadcast or have an opportunity to become part or opportunity to come onto one of our broadcasts or even one of our podcasts, you see Dallas in there as well, come on in. We'd love to join or have you join the Dega Boys channel. We've got lots of new members coming in. In fact, we should be seeing some new faces here pretty soon. And maybe even Saturday, you might see a new face. Yeah, you are going to see a new face on Saturday.
Yes. Yes.
Does this mean I'm not invited back again?
I mean, no.
You're always invited back.
Disregard anything Dallas just said here. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But anyways, we got a new member. And he's going to be joining us on the broadcast on Saturday night. So make sure you guys come and tune in. I'm not going to tell you who it is because it's going to be great. It's going to be great. So
Surprise.
it's a surprise. It absolutely is. But make sure you guys also check out our content store. We got lots of new stuff coming out. If you want a sweet jacket like what Dallas has or a sweet hat like what Jay has, make sure you go onto our store. I know I'm not repping because I'm a loser, but if you want to go onto that store and get some great merch from the Dega Boys, go on there. Help us out a little bit. All that money that you guys spend towards that goes right back into the channel and to help us become better podcasters, video content creators, anything that entails to our channel. It helps us out a lot. We really appreciate it. I'm actually going to turn it over here to Jay. We got some cool things coming up with the podcast, and boy, are we close to racing season.
Yes. Okay. I want to talk about the podcast this Tuesday. Like clockwork, back again for the Full Send Half Bass podcast, episode 56. We will be doing a full Daytona 500, Daytona weekend podcast preview show. We'll be getting into all of our picks, all of our expectations for the weekend. It's going to be a full coverage show. Talk about all the entries, everybody to watch out for. It's going to be fun, entertaining, and exciting. I can't wait for this upcoming weekend's Daytona 500. We will also be doing a watch party for the Daytona 500. I believe Dallas said he is down. Come and join us for that as well. So come and throw the watch party on one screen, throw the 500 on your second screen, and come and enjoy the race with us as if we were right on the couch next to you watching it live reaction style. Can't wait for that. Also, real quick, I just want to say thank you to everybody in the chat. There's a couple we missed here. Sharon, Go Zangi. Yeah, he did a phenomenal job tonight. Tail Taps. Also, thanks for coming in and chatting. And then Corey LaJoy,
Corey LaJoy. Corey LaJoy's a big fan of the channel, don't you know?
Yes. Tyler D. Talante says, let's go, Corey. Oh, that's Tyler D. He's also a driver in the Backmarkers League. Thank you guys so much for commenting here on the chat. We really appreciate it. Make sure also to go follow us on all of our socials like X, Facebook, TikTok. And if you also want to see some extra unfiltered bonus content, unedited crash compilations, and everything in between, go follow us on our Patreon page. There's going to be some big stuff coming here in the month of April because we are getting close to the Dega games, and there's going to be a ton of content on there that we can't put on YouTube, but our Patreon will have it. So make sure to subscribe to our Patreon. That helps us out a ton as well.
Thanks, Mom.
And that's all I got there, Tom.
All right. Dallas, how was tonight? You have fun?
Tonight was a lot of fun. It was nerve-wracking at first. You guys just bring so much energy, and it's hard to match that energy. Like, you guys are calling, you guys are screaming, and I'm just like, oh, here they come down to the corner, and I'm like, oh no. I'm like, these guys are gonna hate me. They're not gonna want me back.
No.
I mean, I think towards the end there, I kind of opened up when it got real exciting. It's like every time I passed it off to Tom, then something would happen. It's like, oh, I didn't get to call that. It was all really exciting. Every time there's like, oh, and then we're coming into the corner, and then they come into the corner, and somebody's sideways. I'm like, oh, Tom's getting all the excitement. Darn. But then that ending was crazy. It was a lot of fun. Just being able to hang with you guys, talking race cars, and just it was a lot of fun. Thanks for inviting me on tonight.
Absolutely. It's our pleasure. We really enjoy you Dallas coming on to our podcast, our broadcasts, and here's to many more. I hope we see lots more of you in the future. So, thanks again.
Yeah, I mean, watch parties for sure. I mean, I'm always down for a good watch party.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Thanks again for everybody who came out. We really appreciate your support, the views, the likes, comments, subscribes. It just means a lot to our growing channel. We have absolutely blown up in the past, I don't know, 2 weeks. I mean, I can't even believe it. Unbelievable. But all thanks to you guys. Thank you so much for giving us that opportunity to prove to you guys that we are the home for motorsports. This has been another broadcast of the Dega Boys Broadcasting Network with Thomas, myself, but Jay and Dallas up in the booth here tonight. Thanks again, and we'll see you all in the next one.